Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, I want to talk about Kentucky's bounce back victory against Vanderbilt. And I was really enthused when I watched the way they played against Vanderbilt. We all know they have been struggling the last couple of weeks. They wasn't able to score. They wasn't playing defense, and they did that to a pretty high degree in this game. They scored 109 points and they limited Vandy to 77 points. Now, I know Vandy's struggling this year. Vandy's not a good team. No disrespect to Vandy, but I didn't really, I don't really want to focus so much on who they played. I want to focus on how they played, right? And what I saw was they was just giving maximum effort as far as what I was seeing. There were several guys that either haven't been playing all season or they have been playing bad. And they were just playing with a whole lot of effort. You know, Burks was coming off the bench, and he usually doesn't get a lot of minutes, but he always plays pretty hard whenever he does get in the game, and he was playing hard on both ends of the court. Like, he was really trying to sit in the chair and guard people. He was trying to rebound. He was running the floor. He was making himself available for the guards to find him, whether it be cuts to the basket or alley-oop plays. He was just doing all the hustle plays and all the things that coaches want to see out of players. And hopefully it'll earn him some more playing time. Maybe it'll get Coach Cal to feel like he can trust him a little more, because I feel like he hasn't really gotten a fair chance with some of the other guys being big time recruits. He may have gotten lost in the sauce a lot, but I'm happy to see that he still gives a good effort when he's on the court. He still seems to be locked in with the team. So shouts out to Burt for that. Another one was Big Z. We had been saying, where's Big Z at? He been missing in action for the last couple games. And I don't know if maybe Calipari was trying to teach him a lesson, trying to get him back locked in, but he seemed to be working a whole lot harder than normal. He was battling on the glass. He still makes some mistakes here and there, like he still gets sealed off sometimes, but he was battling on the glass. He was shooting the three. He was making plays for other people. He was playing with energy and enthusiasm. Like, I just seen guys battling harder than I seen them battle. Bradshaw was battling. Justin Edwards was battling. So that was the main thing for me, was just the effort was there. Like I said, even though Big Z only played 12 minutes, he gave us solid numbers, man. 11 points and 7 rebounds, and it's like, man, that's what we need. Like, if you can give us 11 points in 7 minutes coming off the bench every game, man, we are going to be more than thrilled with that. Obviously, Reed Shepard played a lot of minutes. He only had 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, but Shepard does what he does. Shepard still is a nice lead guard. He's going to make good decisions, get other people involved. He's going to make the right plays, and he's going to scrap on defense. Not necessarily great on ball defense, but he's going to get in the passing lanes. He's going to get his hands in there and try to, knock the ball away from his opponent. So, obviously he's going to do what he does. Rob does what he does. Rob gave us another 20-point game, 9 assists. And when I really like Rob, when he's really wheeling and dealing, when he's making plays for other people, he's almost unstoppable, because we know he can score. But when he gets in the mentality where he's looking for other people and he's taking his shots, but he's also getting, when he's driving to the basket and he sees other people, he's kicking the ball to other people. He's not just locked in on scoring. He's seeing the whole play develop. He been playing really well the last couple games. So shouts to him. Adu Thero, man, he the numbers might not really tell it. He only had 4 points, but he did have 4 rebounds. But Adu's just one of them energy guys that he works hard all the time. Him and Burks, that's what they do. They work hard. They scrap on both ends of the ball. So he was giving us a lot of effort. Shouts out to them guys. Obviously, we know Antonio's going to score 20 points a game. That's what he does. But I was really pleased to see Antonio give us 6 rebounds along with the 24 points. because whenever Antonio is involved in the whole entirety of the game, when he may be making plays for other people, or he's working hard, he's getting us some rebounds, scrapping on the glass. That's when he becomes so much more valuable, because we know if Antonio gets hot, man, he's one of the best shooters in the country. Like, it don't take much for him. He got a quick release, and he can catch and shoot in transition. He got a little bit of a step back game. So Antonio, when he gets hot, man, the jumper's flowing. He gonna give you 20 points. That's what he gonna do. Justin Edwards, though, man, finally, Justin Edwards had himself a game, man. And we were all ready to give up on Justin. Well, let me not say we were all, but a lot of people, including myself, I had started to, and y'all know I love Justin. I think his potential is high. I think he has one of the highest ceilings of anybody on the team. But I was getting to a point where I was like, all right, Cal, you may be hurting the team if you can continue to give him high minutes. And Cal started, pulling him back in a little bit. And finally, man, he had a nice little breakout game. 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 5 for 10 from the floor. He didn't get any rebounds, but he was running. He was playing defense. He was making himself available, hitting his mid-range jumper. So Justin Edwards, it was good to see him finally have himself a game. And I hope that, this springboards his confidence, because I feel like his confidence was probably getting down. He probably would never say it. But I feel like it had to have been bothering him, man, because, he's some recruiting sites, I think, even had him ranked number 1, which deservingly so at some points. So I know he probably was feeling a lot of pressure, and, everybody's kind of had their moment, and he hadn't had one yet. So I know it was probably bothering him. He was probably thinking about it, dwelling on it a lot. So hopefully, with him having this game, maybe it'll calm him down. Maybe he will start thinking the game better, processing stuff, and figuring out a way to get himself involved, even if maybe the offense isn't ran through him. Because I know it's probably tough when you play for a team and everybody's looking to get you the ball. You don't have to worry about, having limited shots or limited playing time. It's all coming. You're going to get the ball. You're going to get the shots. You're going to score the points. And then when you come to Kentucky and you play with a whole bunch of other guys that's good, and Cal always teaches play for your teammates, share the ball. And sometimes you might be the player that gets left out. So I know that's probably frustrating to him. So I was really happy for him, man. I feel like he needed it, and I hope that maybe this is just going to be the turning point, because I feel like he just has so much that he could bring to the table, especially if he's playing good on both ends of the court. He showed in the Tennessee game that he can play some pretty good defense when he gets focused. And I feel like he could become a defensive stopper if he got locked in, and then, he could create some offensive opportunities for himself like Reed does. Reed creates a lot of opportunities for him to make plays for himself or other people by just being aware on defense. So hopefully Justin can start doing that as well, and start being more of a contributor. Onyenso, we're not looking for Onyenso to score very much. We're looking for Onyenso to clean the glass and block some shots. And he's been scrapping, man. We can't knock Onyenso. He's been showing effort ever since he's been getting the nod at starter. He's been playing hard. He been, like I said about him and Big Z, and I get to Bradshaw too. They make mistakes. They still young, they still learning, but when they play with the effort, that's when I be really impressed with them, man. Tonight, all 3 of them was giving effort, man. Like I said, Onyenso didn't score very much, but we always gonna take 6 rebounds from him. And then Aaron Bradshaw finally had a game again where he looked like something close to what we was expecting from Bradshaw, man. He gave us 12 and 7, and that's what I like to see. I like to see the big man battling on the glass. And obviously we didn't have Trey or DJ, and Trey is that one dude that I always felt like was maybe the rock for this team. But you may have these situations where you have games where guys aren't there. We can't depend on Trey right now because he seems to be trying to heal from his back issue. So who knows how long Trey might be out. And if he's not going to be available for us, then these other guys got to show that they ready to step in and contribute like they did last night. We had a really nicely rounded out offensive game. We had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in double figures. That's outstanding. You know what I mean? So glad to see, the ball was moving. Obviously, we had, I think, 20 assists. So we was getting back to that brand of offense that was catapulting us in the beginning of the season, where everybody's playing hard, everybody's moving, everybody's passing the ball, people is running the floor. Like, I was really impressed to see our big men getting out and running. And at this point, I'm including Burks and Thero as big men. They're not 7-footers, but they are big men. So it was good to see them two, along with the 7-footers, getting out and running the court, making themselves available for the guards. And obviously, Dillingham, when he's in point guard mode and not just scoring mode, he's very capable of making plays for other people. And obviously, Shepard's been doing that all season. So if you run in the court, if you dive into the basket, them two guys can find you, and you get rewarded and get a lot of easy buckets. And that was, really, like I said, I know it was Vanderbilt. I'm not gonna put too much into that, because I know it'll be tougher against other opponents. We may not be able to score 100 and hold somebody to 70-something points, but if we can just continue to play with this effort, I think we can become somewhere close to what we thought this team was going to be doing in the beginning of the season. And hopefully, if we turn up at the right time, we can have a shot in the SEC tournament or get us a nice seed. Because if you don't really get, one of those top 3 seeds in the NCAA tournament, it's going to be pretty rough for you. Once you get below the 3rd seed, things start to get real shaky for you really quickly. You can find yourself in tough games right off the bat. So the goal is to at least snag a 3 seed or higher. So hopefully this could be like a springboard, a turning point for this team, where they could see potentially how good they could be on both ends of the court. And hopefully, like I said, I just enjoyed the effort that I was seeing. Guys was running hard. They was sitting down on defense. They was chasing after the ball, trying to, Z was holding off some guys, trying to get some rebounds. It might have been 2 guys on him. He's still trying to come up with the ball. That's how Bam Adebayo was at Kentucky. Like, he just was going to scrap and push and be physical down there. And a lot of times he was out rebounding 2 or 3 guys down there. And if we can get our big men on that type of time, I think we're going to be okay, man. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up right there. You guys, as usual, let me know what you thought about the game and what you think about the team going forward. And tell me also what you thought about Jordan Burks and Justin Edwards' play. I know it probably surprised a lot of people. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about that, and we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.